Okay, at this moment we have running our Apache server, and we're going to make a little change to configure a virtual host. A virtual host is simply like a domain that we're going to use, but only in a local environment to make some tests and be more professional in our development of our project. So we're going to use something like, for example, my own API.com, for example, and we're going to configure our operating system to receive the request to this domain, this local domain, this virtual host, and respond with a file that is contained in a local folder in our computers. So we're going first to configure our operating system to redirect. We're going to the Windows, then to the System 32, then to the drivers folder, etc. hosts. We're going to edit this folder, this file. It's possible that you have a file that is look like this, but in past times I modified this file to configure a lot of another virtual host. But for this course, we're going to create our own virtual server, virtual host, that is going to be my own API.com. When we have this, we are telling to our operating system that all the requests that he received to my own API.com going to be redirected to this local IP address. So the next step is to say to Apache to receive this request and redirect to a specified folder inside of our server. So we're going here, XAMPP, Apache, com, extra, and we're going to modify this file, httpd vhost.com. Edit, and we're going to the end. We're going to uncomment these lines, deleting the sharp symbols. We're going to delete these lines and the first line that is not necessary. And we say the document root is the folder that we're going to use in our local environment that we're going to resolve our Apache server. So when we receive a request to the server name that is going to be my own API.com, he's going to look for files in this address, in this path. So in htdocs, we're going to call the folder my own API. Be careful with the characters, with the upper and lower cases. So in this moment, we have completely configured our virtual host or virtual domain in our local environment. So if we go into this address and refresh, we're going to get exactly the same answer because we have to restart our Apache server. We're going to stop and then to start again. If we refresh using the my own API.com address and click on enter, we have to not localize object because we have not created the folder inside of our server. So we're going there, we're going to XAMPP again, the htdocs folder, and we're going to create the folder called my own API. Then, like we have to configure, we have my own API. We're going to create. I'm going to make a little modification here because the public folder is the folder that is used when we're going to install Laravel. So it's possible to have configured it from this moment to don't have to modify them in the future this file. We're going to work with this completely address. So we're going to create a new folder here called public, and we're going to create a little file here called index.html. We're going to modify this file. We're going to write something like hi. We save, And if we're going to refresh here, we have the same problem because we have to restart again our server because we changed this patch. Okay, so we're going to stop and start the server again. And we're going to refresh and we have our message. At this moment, so we have configured our virtual host that is going to be useful, very, very useful when we're going to develop our local projects in our development environment